So guys, we're going to be talking about Ne Zha 2. By the way, I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. But this animated Chinese movie did incredibly well at the box office. The highest grossing animated movie of all time, the 5th highest grossing movie of all time, and it made $2.2 billion in its box office run, which is unbelievably mind-blowing, beating out, Marvel films, beating out Star Wars films, and it's just incredible. It was a massive cultural phenomenon over in China. It did some pretty good box office numbers over here in the West as well, but now it looks like this movie is getting a re-release in an English version, so if you did miss it the first time around, you can go back to the cinema sometime soon and see the English version for yourselves, guys. So let's break down this information here, let's see what's going on with this movie, and see when the re-release potentially is coming to a cinema near you. So this comes to us from comicbookmovie.com. Ne Zha 2 A24 trailer brings all the epicness in English for animation blockbusters return in theaters. So, do you know what? I was meant to see it the first time it was out in cinemas, like the actual Chinese version, but the day I was meant to go and see it, something happened and I didn't get around to seeing it. So, if it comes back to my local cinema, I cannot wait to see this on the big screen. It looks so damn epic, and it's going to be incredible. So, A24, the studio that brought us the Oscar award-winning Everything Everywhere All at Once, and in partnership with Chinese state-backed CMC Pictures, has just released the trailer for the English dub release of the record-breaking smash hit Ne Zha 2, which you can watch below. Academy Award winner Michelle Yeoh from Everything Everywhere All at Once, I always struggle to say that, leads the voice. Michelle Yeoh, she's a national treasure. She's absolutely incredible in everything. Cast Ne Zha's mother Lady Yin, and is joined by Vincent Rodriguez III, Alex Lee, Damon Haas, and Crystal Lee. So, quote, "I'm honoured to be part of Ne Zha 2, a landmark in Chinese animation and powerful reminder of how universal our stories can be," according to Yeoh. Sharing this with audiences in English is such a joy. I can't wait for everyone to experience the wonder, the heart, the spectacular artistry, and the magic of this film on the big screen. Yeah, and obviously we're going to play parts of the trailer as we're talking about this film. Just look at the animation, guys. The color, the animation, the just everything about it. The character models and the color, the vibrancy, the action, the cinematography. Everything about this is just unbelievable, and you can absolutely understand how this made 2.2 billion. Like, it's just the raw form of being in the cinema, and like the skill set that's on show from the people who animated this is nothing short of just amazing. It really is. The film about a demon boy raised by humans who strives to cultivate himself and protect the people around him from demons and gods. It has broken multiple box office records. This is where it gets really impressive here, guys. With a reported gross of 2.2 billion, including the highest grossing Chinese film of all time, the highest grossing animated film of all time, beating Inside Out 2, and placing within the top 5 highest grossing films of all time, beating the likes of Spider-Man No Way Home, which made like 1.9 billion, I think, Avengers Infinity War, which made, I think it was like 2 billion something, just over 2 billion, and then Star Wars The Force Awakens as well. I mean, this film beat Spider-Man, Avengers, and Star Wars. That's the kind of caliber that we're talking about here. That is crazy beyond belief. The film is inspired by Chinese mythology, with stories dating back to the 16th century, under the title Investiture of the Gods. He is a protection deity who is both heroic and rebellious in nature. For those familiar with Sun Wukong and the story Journey to the West, Ne Zha was one of the warriors who faced him when he wreaked havoc in heaven. I have no idea about Chinese mythology. I know nothing about this kind of stuff. I am not the person to ask about when it comes to anything to do with Chinese history, backstory, mythology, anything like that. But for those of you who maybe come from China, those of you who maybe live in China, or just study Chinese, definitely you're going to have more of a nuance with this film, because you're going to have a bit of an understanding about what this mythology is about, maybe growing up with it, learning about it at school, whatever it may be. If you have a connection to this Chinese mythology, it's going to have more of an impact on you and more of a nuance on you, which is fantastic. But for myself, someone who grew up here in England, like I have no exposure to this kind of stuff, and I'm fascinated to learn more about it, because it's such a beautiful culture, like Chinese culture, and all the mythology and the mythological creatures they have. It's just, to someone like me, man, it's absolutely mind-blowingly interesting and beautiful, their kind of story and mythology. So, with a reported 80 million budget, the movie features a breathtaking animation that took 4,000 animators to make in 5 years, with 2,000 visual effects shots. The third act alone features about a reported 200 million individual animated characters. These numbers are just absolutely blowing my mind. So they made this on an 80 million budget, right? And it made 2.2 billion from an $80 million budget. They had 4,000 animators, which took 5 years to make this movie, with 2,000 visual effects shots. And they have 200 million individual animated characters. How is that even possible? Like what? Well, obviously some of the characters are clones. Like, they made a character and then cloned it and duplicated it around the scene. That wouldn't surprise me, because there's no way you could obviously go in and manually animate 200 million individual characters. That would be impossible. So obviously you'd be duplicating characters. I get that, but still, that's unbelievably impressive. Do you know what? I'm just gonna let you guys read that for yourselves, because I'm just gonna mispronounce it. I do apologize. I'm English, I'm ignorant, I don't know how to say these names, so I apologize. The movie currently has a 96 tomato meter and 99% popcorn meter on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, just to add the cherry on the cake, make the $2.2 billion, 96% tomato meter, which is obviously the critic score, and a 99% audience score on the popcorn meter. I mean, across the board, this movie could not have got any higher praise when it comes to revenue, when it comes to critics, when it comes to audience score. It's just, there's no ceiling to which this movie reached, which is just incredible. It will be remembered that the original Chinese version was released with little fanfare in different parts of the world, starting February, but with almost no marketing made and people preferring dubs over subtitles, the movie did not make any waves outside of China and a few other countries in Asia. With a reputable distributor like A24, and A24, they're pretty damn incredible, handling this release, more people will be able to experience the top-notch animation and epic storytelling that it boasts. So, is it possible, with this re-release in the West in an English version, could it potentially become the highest grossing movie of all time? If it added another like 600-700 million to its total, could it get to 3 billion? Is that even possible? Well, we'd need to add 800 million, I know, but like, that's what I'm saying. Like, could it get to 3 billion? Is that even possible? Man, like, could be the highest grossing movie of all time after the re-release, but Ne Zha 2 is scheduled to release in US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand on August 22nd, and will be available in IMAX and premium formats. So, if you're in US, Canada, Australia, or New Zealand, there's nothing about it being released here in the UK that I can find online. I tried to research it. I'm assuming it would come here to the UK as well. It may be a limited run though, maybe just in London or somewhere like that. I'm not really sure. It may not be a countrywide distribution here in the UK, but I'll have to try and find out. If I do, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, if you're in any of those territories, check your local cinemas around that date, and you'll be able to go and see the English version of this movie, guys. So that's kind of where we are. So Ne Zha 2 coming back to cinemas in different countries around the world for an English dubbed version, and it could potentially do incredibly well in its second box office run now that the English version is coming, and adding a lot more to its box office total, and you know, it could work its way up the box office, and it could potentially become the highest grossing film ever. I'm not sure that it could, but it's a possibility, I guess. Let me know what you think about that. But guys, there we go. So is this something you're interested in seeing, Ne Zha 2 in English? Did you see it the first time around, the Chinese version with the English subtitles? What did you think of the movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Whatever your thoughts are, guys, jump down in the comment section, leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions on anything else you want to say about this movie. Would love to hear what you guys have to say. Thanks so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber to help support the content on the channel. I would really, really appreciate that. And hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with more movie and streaming news that we have going on the channel in the near future. And as always, with that down, I will see you guys in the next video.